Believe me, I love you.
I'm sorry, but you're not my type. No!
Hello YouTube, this is Chriz Maniac bringing you folks another Pokemon X and Y Y5 battle. And this battle is a UU match versus Devon. So I bet you folks are looking at the length of this video and you're saying to yourself, why is this video like 16 minutes long? Well, this battle is quite an epic battle, let me tell you. I'll tell you why it's a really long battle. Look at Devon's team. Tell me what you see that is really strange and unique about Devon's team. Well, Devon's team has 6 walls if you haven't figured it out yet. 6 walls! And I don't have any one Pokemon that could break his entire wall core except for my Machamp, which is like confusion hacks. But I can't really rely on hacks, so all my Pokemon will have to work together if I am to break his wall, dent it, and start destroying it and dismantling it. Anyways, here comes Mega Aggron, and I lead off with my Zoroark, and I get off a huge amount of damage on his Aggron with my Zoroark. I should have went for the Focus Blast, but I went for a Flamethrower instead, just so I can hit. And right here, he's threatened out by another sort of special type move. He goes to Slowbro, expecting another Flamethrower or something, but instead I go for Focus Blast in case he switches out. And he breaks into Slowbro. It doesn't really do much to Slowbro because Slowbro could tank that hit really well. And he just withdraws right here, I guess, scouting for my Dark Pulse to see really whether it is my Zoroark. And of course, he probably knows by now it's Zoroark because Crobat just learned Flamethrower and Focus Blast. He brings his Umbreon right here, and Umbreon takes that Dark Pulse like a champ, and I'm fine by that because I could go for that Taunt and start wearing this Umbreon down, because to defeat a bunch of walls in a team, you either have to start hitting them really hard so that they can handle the hits, or start boosting up so that they can handle the hits either, or you set up hazards, and hazards will slowly break down the enemy team, especially Toxic. Toxic is a very good way to break down enemy team, or Toxic Spikes rather. Anyways, it's my Zoroark versus this Umbreon right now. It's like a really stally battle, and either one of us is gonna get knocked out, and he doesn't want his Umbreon to go down just yet because I taunted him, and I'm just Focus Blasting him away, so he switches out into Slowbro. I hit my third Focus Blast, which is really lucky, but it doesn't really do much versus this Slowbro. But I can hit it up with another move, which is a Dark Pulse next turn if he chooses to stay in. And I get actually a crit on that Focus Blast, which is really nice. Now right here, I go for the Taunt, expecting him to go for a Slack Off or something, but instead, he just goes for a Skull, retaliating back at me. And I could have done a lot of damage to him with a Dark Pulse, or maybe even knocked him out, possibly, with the Dark Pulse, but I didn't go for that. And Devon, he's a really good battler, he protected me, as always. And a team with 6 walls in a very good battler's hands is something to be reckoned with. I am, like, really doubting whether I can beat Devon or not. Anyways, I'm expecting his Trevenant to switch in after bringing my Roserade to his Slowbro, so he could like resist and take a Leech Seed or a Sleep Powder, but I don't do that. I go for the Spikes, and this is what my strategy is. I need to set up as much hazards as possible, refuse his Donphan from spinning, and I could slowly break down Devon's team. So what I need is 3 layers of Spikes and a layer of Stealth Rocks, and of course Stealth Rocks only has 1 layer because more than 1 layer of Stealth Rocks would be OP. But in comes Arcanine right here. He's gonna spread me out with some sort of Fire type move, but right here I choose to be ballsy and just stay in, and I just want to scout to see what he does. And right here he goes for a very interesting play, and yeah, you'll see after the leftovers recovery. So we're both I'm burnt and he gets leftovers back, and I go for a Leech Seed. I missed that attack, which really sucks, but his Arcanine goes for a Will-O-Wisp, and this tells me with the leftovers recovery that he actually has a defensive Arcanine. So my thinking of Devon having like 6 Pokemon in his team that are defensive is actually true. Yes, a defensive Arcanine, a Spinning Donphan, an Aggron, Trevenant, Slowbro, and what's it called? An Umbreon. And those 6 make a very effective wall core, or rather, not really wall core, more like the Great Wall of Devon. That's what I'm gonna call this battle, Great Wall of Devon. Anyways, his Arcanine really surprises me right here because I was expecting him to go for the Flare Blast or something that's physical. But he goes for the Overheat, and it does a lot of damage to my physical wall. But I don't really mind that because I can set up my Stealth Rocks now, and I don't even mind this burn because my Stealth Rocks are up in the field, and all I need to do is to predict his Donphan coming in, and to refuse his Donphan from spinning away my hazards, because if he spins away my hazards, I basically lose. I have no way to counter Devon's wall because he'll continually outstall me. Anyways, I know he's a special attacking Arcanine now, so I can bring in my special wall, which is my Roserade, and actually bring it right when he brings in his Donphan. And I was actually predicting this, and they got very lucky because this prediction wasn't much of a prediction. It was more like, I hope he brings in Donphan, and he does bring in Donphan, which is yes, score right here. He's thrown out by my Grass type stab, and he brings in this Arcanine once again. But as you can see, my hazards are really doing work now. This Arcanine took 50% from all the hazards damage that it had when it was brought in. 25% from Stealth Rocks, 25% from Spikes, 3 layers. So I am slowly starting to work down Devon's team as I've planned. Anyways, I go for that Giga Drain on his Arcanine. It actually does quite a bit of damage, and that tells me that he uses a physical wall. And obviously, Arcanines are physical walls if you use them as a wall, because if they're special wall, they're not really that viable. Anyways, Arcanine goes for what most walls have, Recovery, which is Morning Sun, and he gets like up to 90% again, which is kind of annoying, and it shows that I can't really break him down with my Roserade. Anyways, my Roserade's still in here. He brings in Donphan, and I don't switch out. Even though it might look dangerous, I know it's safe for me to stay into his Arcanine because he has Overheat rather than Flare Blast, so I can take that hit really nicely. You just rest off and Leech Seed off, and then like I can just recover up. Anyways, he brings in his Donphan again, which is awesome. Now this is his last chance to spin with his Donphan, but he can't spin anymore because if he chooses to switch back in, he'll die to the Stealth Rocks and to the Spikes, and I can just Giga Drain him for the win and knock out his Donphan. So this is great, mission accomplished. I have taken out his ability to spin, and my hazards are here to stay. 3 Spikes and 1 layer of Stealth Rocks, but I still have 5 walls to contend with, and it'll be quite a feat if I manage to defeat them. Anyways, here comes this Arcanine once again just to threaten me out, and I'm not really that threatened to this Arcanine. I can just rest off all his damage that he throws at me because he only has Overheat. And he intimidates me, whatever, that doesn't really matter, I'm a special attacker. I go for a Leech Seed on his Arcanine just so I can recover up and get like the Black Sludge recovery. He goes for Overheat as expected, and that doesn't really do as much damage as he'd like. It almost knocks me out, but it doesn't knock me out. I'm left at 17 HP after Black Sludge recovery, which is great because now I can just rest off and I could comfortably stay with this Arcanine in the field because he's at -2 special attack now. Anyways, my Roserade uses rest, and my Roserade, in my opinion, is my MVP for this match because my Roserade really does a lot of work just setting out Spikes. I'm not allowing his Donphan to set up, or rather to spin away my hazards because I have no Ghost types in this team. I have no Spin Blocker, and just like taking on this Arcanine, which would naturally threaten my Roserade out. Anyways, I switch out right here, finally, so I can get off that natural cure on my rest. And I bring in the Yakuza once again just to sack him off and to threaten out his Arcanine if he doesn't kill me this turn. Or rather, KO me. But he does go for the KO move, which is Overheat, and down goes the Yakuza. I was just trying to sack my Crocodile off anyways. And yeah, down goes my really intimidating Crocodile. So Devon's Arcanine is just sitting here all comfortable, just staying in. But it's not going to be comfortable staying in to my Machamp, and he is the muscle behind my team. And he is going to get threatened out by any sort of move that I throw at him. And he can't really stay in because he's at -4 special attack now. And as expected, he brings in his Slowbro, and he gets off a lot of damage based on the Spikes and the Stealth Rocks in the field. I predict a switch right here because he can't really do much to me. And even if he went to attack me, he would be at -4, and it would be very unlikely for him to break my sub after that. So I set up a sub in his face. I go for the Dynamic Punch, hoping to like hack this Slowbro out. And even though it's like a hard counter to my Machamp, I could potentially destroy it because I could hack this Slowbro out. And hack is what I need now to break down Devon's team. So I go for the Dynamic Punch behind the sub, which is pretty nice. And I can just keep working down this Slowbro if I need to with Stone Edges and stuff. because Stone Edge is my only move that I hit this Slowbro with, because the other move that I have is Ice Punch to break through Gliscor and that little brother of a Gliscor. I forgot that thing's name. Anyways, he breaks down my sub, and my sub goes away, whatever, it doesn't really matter because I can hit him up with another move next turn. And my Machamp needs his leftovers, and his Slowbro is his leftovers. So, I wonder how Pokemon in the middle of a battle eat leftovers. Like, how does that even work? And just imagine, like, in real life, if two Pokemon are like, eating in the middle of the battle while battling. I guess it's the same in Skyrim, in which you eat like 13 gold cheese wheels and then you heal up, but I guess that's not really that realistic, but it's a video game, whatever. Anyways, I go for the Dynamic Punch on the Switch, and in comes the Trevenant. I go for a sub because I'm faster than a Trevenant. I have enough speed DVs in my Machamp to actually dodge a Will-O-Wisp, so I could just do that, and his Trevenant goes to sleep. But I don't really mind his Trevenant staying in because his Trevenant doesn't want me. I could hit him up with that big Ice Punch and smash this Trevenant, just like blowing it up, like destroying it, not really incinerating it, but yeah, just freezing it. And that will be one cold tree. It's time for fall. It's time for you to fall. Devon goes for Wood Hammer right here, and I guess this is his only way to break my sub without giving me a free hit on another one of his Pokemon. And I guess what really beats a team like this is Substitute plus 3 attacks. But I guess I was really lucky with the sort of coverage that my Machamp gets, because my Machamp actually has pretty good coverage on Devon's entire team. I could just Dynamic Punch, Ice Punch, and Stone Edge his entire team down if I want to. Anyways, I go for that second sub, and it's not really working against his Trevenant. So I guess I'm pretty much forced to go for that KO move right here. He gets another Harvest off, he gets a Lumberry, whatever. I go for a Stone Edge in case he chooses to switch out into his Arcanine, and down goes his Trevenant. So my Machamp is already forcing lots of switches on Devon's team, which brings down his Pokemon's health with the hazards in the field. And I've already knocked out one Pokemon, which is his Trevenant. And I've already shown that I can handle Slowbro, kind of, with my Machamp with a bit of hacks. Anyways, in comes Arcanine, intimidates me, I can't really stay in after that. I switch out Jordan, my Machamp, and in comes Gale, my Crobat, hoping I can take a move or something. He goes for Will-O-Wisp, and I'm like, oh well damn, I guess Gale, my Crobat's kinda useless at this point because I am a burnt Crobat. And this Crobat's actually based on physical attacking. This is my offensive Crobat from 5th gen, or rather 4th gen. And I can't really touch this Arcanine that much. Anyways, I go for a Taunt just so I can go for like Overheat, I mean not Overheat, but Morning Sun and Will-O-Wisp for my next Pokemon that I can bring in. And he knocks on my Crobat, whatever, and my Crobat goes down. Anyways, his Arcanine is still in here at like half health, but the next Pokemon I can bring in, which is my Metagross, could knock it out after I take a -2 Overheat, hopefully, anyways. And he withdraws Arcanine, but I go for the Pursuit, taking out the Arcanine's health to like 25%, and that is very good because I need to keep breaking down Devon's team, and when it switches in next turn, it'll get knocked out due to the hazards in the field. So my hazards are really racking up on Devon's entire team. Anyways, this Aggron goes in here, and it starts my favorite childhood game, which is Flinch the Big Metal Supercomputer with 4 legs, and that is exactly what Devon wants to do right here. I am paralyzed, and he still has Iron Head, and my Pursuit is not really doing much to him because I am choice into that move, and he can just keep going over the Iron Head, and he could potentially knock my Metagross out despite how little damage he's doing. So I get paralyzed, I get flinched, he Iron Heads me again, and I get paralyzed right here. So my Metagross is just right here, just saying seriously, I can't move. I'm glitching, I am not able to do anything, but finally, he gets out of that glitch state, he reboots himself, and now he can go for the Pursuit, finally, on that Aggron and knock it out. In comes Devon's Umbreon, and I can't really knock it out with a Pursuit, obviously, even though it's at low health, because it'll just Wish Protect. And I'm thrown out by a foul play, so I should start right here. I bring in Floricida, my MVP for this match. Well, one of them anyways. My MVPs for this match are Machamp and my Roserade. But as expected, he goes for the Wish right here. I bring in my Roserade just so I can stall this Umbreon out with like Leech Seed and Giga Drain and stuff. And that is what happens when you have like a bunch of walls face each other. Stall! Absolute stall on both sides of the field. My friend told me, Mr. Furcho, that the longest battle that he's ever seen is like 250 something turns, like of a Blissey, and another Pokemon just facing each other out, and it was only broken by a crit on like the 200th turn or something. But that's insane! What a battle! The longest battle I had was like 45 minutes. Anyways, I bring in my muscle on this team, which is my Machamp, which will hopefully bring me the championship, well, rather the victory. And then goes Arcanine, it gets smashed by the hazards in the field, and that Dawn fan dying earlier was very crucial to this battle, because now Devon is under heavy pressure with his walls and this team, and his walls are really getting broken down by the hazards in the field. Anyways, it is the final showdown of his Slowbro and my Machamp, and I am hoping to have to Slowbro out with my Machamp, because if we switch out, he'll like recover up, and his Slowbro's lifespan will be greatly extended. Anyways, he goes for that Side Shock on me, but my Machamp survives on 6 HP, and despite the super effectiveness of that move, my Machamp survives. Wow! Machamp, you champ! You beast! Anyways, I go for the Dynamic Punch right here, and I'm hoping he's gonna get confused for the second time instead of Side Shocking me. But at this point, he's at low enough health for me to knock him out, and good thing he got confused there, because he probably was going for his Slack Off, and his Slowbro got taken out by Machamp, which is not something that you can say every day. Anyways, in comes Devon's last Pokemon. It is kind of useless against my Machamp, because I'm just gonna smash it with a Dynamic Punch. He goes for a Protector right here, just kind of stalling me out, just being defiant to the very last turn. And this battle's over. I can just Dynamic Punch him and smash his last Pokemon. Anyways, this was a very intense battle. 6 walls, oh my goodness, it's the first time I've faced that kind of team. But I've actually defeated it, and that's how you can counter a bunch of walls in a team, guys. Just set up a lot of hazards or something. Or you could go for the boosting moves, or you can try attacking as hard as possible and try to break through. Anyways, folks, I hope you enjoyed this really long battle. Props to you folks if you stayed for the whole length of the match. And I'll see you folks next time!